Welcome to
Introverts, Own Your Voice. I'm Tom Marcoux.
And I'm Johanna McLeod.
This episode is how to overcome fear when you're overwhelmed. Johanna, I have a question for you. When was the time when you felt fearful and overwhelmed?
One of my sources of income dried up and I couldn't pay my bills.
So that hurt. That was a scary time.
Yes.
I'm with you. We're going to go into this, and the methods that we're going to do are built around SOS. Now, it's really powerful when you think about what did SOS, it's the distress call.
Mm-hmm.
What did it originally mean? Save our souls.
Oh.
When you feel fear and you're overwhelmed, you must do something that may be unusual because fear is pushing you to go in one direction and you need to break the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Every letter is going to stand for a method.
Mm-hmm.
The first S is stop and gain resources. The idea is that you notice that you're overwhelmed, you notice that you're in fear, and you notice that you can't, in this moment, possibly handle it just by yourself. It is time to call on resources.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just the resource of quieting yourself down.
Mm-hmm.
It may be necessary to take a walk. It may be necessary to study something that will give you some ideas to do better. There's one author, at one time I remember reading that you don't have a money problem, you have an idea problem.
Oh.
If you had the right ideas of how to get more money, then you'd be in better shape. So you need to feed your mind and soul and thoughts with good ideas so that you can see a way out. The next one is O, which is organize for energy. Many times when people are low on cash, they feel that they have no resources. But you still have your life. You still have your personal energy. You often still have friends and family. Now, even if your circle, no one can lend you some money or something like that, they can still build you up if you're interacting with positive people.
Yes.
Often we hear stories about certain areas of the world don't have much money, but the people there, some of them are happier than people who are wealthy because it's the energy. It's how they approach the day. It's how they greet each other. Just recently I was in Thailand, and everybody tends to say Sawadee Clap if you're a gentleman, or Sawadee Ka if you're female, and you put your two hands together and you bow, and it's very respectful and it's positive. It's very interesting that energy, and I would say the words, because the gentleman says Krap, I say Sawadee Krap, and people big smile because maybe they felt good that here was someone from another country who was trying to speak their language, or they were just shaking their head and thinking inside to themselves, oh boy, his accent is so bad. But the point is, there was the energy. Now, the next S is set your daily support. All of us, particularly introverts, all of us have to have daily routines, patterns, which recover our energy. When you're feeling overwhelmed, it feels like you're boxed in, you have nowhere to escape to. Also, it feels like you have no energy to get out of the box. So it is a priority, SOS. It is a priority to save our souls, to save ourselves. It is a priority to get more energy. And that could be including setting up even a piece of paper on your bathroom mirror where you say, okay, for the next 10 days, I'm going to take a walk every day.
Yes.
For the next 10 days, I'm going to eat whatever you find to be a good nutrition thing for yourself. I'm going to do that. And you check these things off. Every day, I'm going to see something that's funny, like maybe funny cat videos or your favorite humorous TV show or something like that. You're going to do something to give yourself a break and to uplift your energy. This looks like a good time for a Marcoux moment. That's when I share an excerpt from one of my 47 books up on Amazon. And this book is Year of Awesome. How you can use 12 success principles, including 10 seconds to wealth. This book is celebrating a 10th year anniversary when it came out. And on page 29, here's the excerpt. How you can experience grace under pressure. Imagine you can turn around distress and actually enter an empowered state of being. This happens when you prepare and rehearse. The idea is to rehearse positive patterns so that they become your new and improved default setting when something goes wrong. When people are under stress, they fall back to the patterns and behaviors in their established default settings. Many of us take a distressing thought and metaphorically hold it so close to our eyes that we cannot see anything else. At that moment, we cannot feel the grace that is actually present in our lives. Imagine if someone offers you $20,000 to recite 10 good things in your life in this present moment. You could do it. You'd find the gifts in your life, the grace. So that's the excerpt from my book, Year of Awesome. How you can use 12 success principles, including 10 seconds to wealth. This is the 10th anniversary edition.
I could have used that when I lost my income.
I hear you. And that's the whole point why we're doing this show, is because we really do want to help people when they're in fear and feeling overwhelmed. And the idea here is that when you're feeling overwhelmed, you can know that you're there because you will say something like, I don't have the bandwidth to listen to that right now. Or on the inside, you're feeling, I don't have the capacity to take anything else on. Or you're feeling, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do this thing. I don't know how to do that other thing. I don't know how to endure for another day at this particular job or something like that. So when you're there, you have to shift. You have to use the SOS ideas. Now, Johanna, I have a question for you. What are you going to keep from our conversation?
It's important to avoid keeping the things that bother us too close to our eyes, because then we can't see the good in our life.
Well, that's powerful, Johanna. I'm so glad that you brought that up, because when we are wanting to handle fear, and we're wanting to handle feeling overwhelmed, we must see around those things that bother us, those things that scare us. We must have peripheral vision. We want to avoid the tunnel vision that is forced on us by fear and feeling overwhelmed. And the way we do it, and this is a summary, the way we do it is we stop and gain resources. We organize for energy. And finally, we set your daily support. So that means if at some point, and this happens to some of us, when our partner in life is upset or upside down, you're going to have to take care of yourself. You're going to have to say, look, I just need to go and take a walk for 30 minutes. I think I'll be stronger when I get back. Or you might have to say, I really need to go hang out with my friend Susan because she's got such laughter and good energy. And I'll see you in like 2 hours, but this will make me stronger and I'll be easier to be around when I get back. So, Johanna, thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
For articles and videos, go to getthebigyes.com. Also, visit yourbodysoulandprosperity.com. We're glad that you heard this broadcast, and we invite you to
Click to subscribe.
and then you'll be supporting me and Johanna and our message.
And so now remember,
Introverts can show their best self with strategy.
I'm Johanna McLeod.
I'm Tom Marcoux.
Thank you.
Be well.
Bye.